Bullet casings, text messages, photos, maps, and 2 confessions. The evidence the U.S. government says it will present to put Solomon Peña behind bars for life. He is the Republican candidate who lost his election in November of 2022, and as a result, the feds say, orchestrated shootings at the homes of 4 Bernalillo County Democrats he believed were responsible for his loss. In a KRQE investigation, Ann Perrette breaks down the case against Solomon Peña.
January 2023, Solomon Peña's arrest garnered national attention. Albuquerque Police's SWAT team placed him in handcuffs just days after another elected official's Bernalillo County home was peppered with bullets, the 4th victim.
It is believed that he is the mastermind that was behind this and that was organizing this.
A plot, police say, to intimidate the people who certified the November 2022 election results. Peña, who previously served 5 years in prison for leading a burglary ring, refused to accept he lost the New Mexico House seat to the Democratic incumbent by nearly 50 percentage points. Investigators say he claimed voter fraud and that, quote, it was rigged.
Would-be leaders don't get to pick which voters they heed, which rules apply to them, or which laws to follow.
The feds picked up the case against Peña, charging him and 2 accomplices, father and son Demetrio and Jose Luis Trujillo, with carrying out that conspiracy by shooting at the homes of 4 elected Democrats. The Trujillos are expected to testify at Peña's trial. Other co-conspirators are named in the indictment. We still don't know their identities, but we know the Trujillos met Peña through them. The father and son admitted that, their roles in the conspiracy, and how Peña orchestrated the shootings when they took plea deals inside this federal courthouse earlier this year. The U.S. government says it plans to use their words, victim testimony, and text messages to prove the charges against Peña. Take a look. Court records reveal the text sent days after the election. Prosecutors say those and a photo from a home security video camera prove Peña initially visited the homes of 3 Bernalillo County commissioners with this letter in hand explaining why he believes he couldn't have lost. Jose Luis Trujillo says Peña then texted him Commissioner Adrienne Barbeau's address and paid him to slash her car tires. Once the results were certified, the plot turned darker.
My neighbors, because they heard the gunshots, they came out and looked and they saw somebody walking to a car. So somebody walked up, shot at my house, and then walked back to a car and got in a car and left.
Demetrio Trujillo says that was him and 2 unnamed co-conspirators. Peña paid him to shoot at Barboa's home, and he did on December 4th, a Sunday afternoon.
Immediately, fear and intimidation.
One of the co-conspirators texted Peña on that day, quote, root beer, which investigators say was the code name for where they'd meet. 4 days later, December 8th, prosecutors say text messages revealed Peña sent this photo of a black ski mask to one of the co-conspirators and to Demetrio Trujillo, the home address of the next victim, incoming Democratic House leader Javier Martinez. Demetrio Trujillo admitted the same 3 carried out the second shooting.
It is heartbreaking that there are people amongst us that feel like they are empowered to deny election results.
3 days later, another shooting at the home of Commissioner Debbie O'Malley. This time, Jose Luis Trujillo says he and Peña carried it out, with Peña providing the gun. That same day, December 11th, investigators say Peña sent a text to an unknown individual about surveilling state reps, quote, trying to find dirt on them. If you follow someone around 24 hours a day, you will eventually discover them doing something they are not supposed to be doing. It's not clear which state reps Peña is referring to, but about 3 weeks later, the Trujillos say they and Peña shot at State Senator Linda Lopez's home. The feds say Peña sent texts the day before, including an excerpt from the Declaration of Independence and the message, quote, Santa will snow again tomorrow.
They did make it in through my daughter's room and, of course, back into mine, too.
Lopez counted 12 bullet holes in her house, which we learned these weapons caused. An hour after the drive-by shooting on January 3rd, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office stopped Jose Luis Trujillo, who was driving Peña's car for an expired registration.
Jose, I'm gonna have you step out real quick and talk to me, bro.
Because Trujillo had a warrant for his arrest in a separate case, they arrested him and searched the car.
Oh, miss, bro.
Deputies located that AR-15 and a Glock outfitted with a drum magazine, 85 bullets, almost 900 fentanyl pills, and more than $3,000 in cash. With this evidence, police connected the guns to bullet casings found outside at least one of the homes. Then, investigators say witnesses started talking, landing Peña behind bars. And it turns out, while in jail awaiting this trial, Peña started talking too. The feds say he told two of his fellow inmates how he carried out the shootings when offering them $10,000 each to kill witnesses expected to testify against him. That led to 3 more charges against Peña, and those 2 inmates expected to take the stand too. Ann Perret, KRQE investigates.
Jury selection begins Monday in federal court. The trial expected to last 7 days. The Trujillos are scheduled to be sentenced in October. They're both facing up to life in prison.